Shalom, Israel. It's your boy New Breed coming through with another video. As you enter the chat, make sure you hit the thumbs up on the way in. If you can hear and see me clearly, put a 1 in the chat. What's good with y'all? All right, great. Everything's functioning properly. That's what's up. There is no loyalty. Trust no one. There is no loyalty. Trust no one. You know, this video here is going to be multi-layered and multifaceted. I've been receiving a lot of emails from a lot of brothers in particular who are experiencing some really rough times. You know, some of the things that these brothers are going through, I've went through, and to a degree, I'm still going through. And not only that, there's a lot of people in general, men and women, who are very honest, transparent individuals. They're very open. They're not the type to talk about people behind their backs. They're people who would like to deal with things head on. You know, I get a lot of emails from brothers and sisters who are good people. They legit have people's best interests at heart. You know, their intentions aren't to hurt or harm anyone whatsoever. Crown Heart, thank you for the $20 super chat. Appreciate you. But the issue they having is people not being loyal. They end up being hurt all the time from people. It's like every time they open up and they show love to people because, you know, empathetic, chosen, elected people from the Most High, they genuinely love people. They genuinely love people. They take relationships very serious. They want fullness and wholeness when it comes to relationships. And I can relate to this wholeheartedly because myself, I'm a person who loves very hard. You know, I'm a very loyal person. You know, I love hard. Once I love someone, I want that for life. I think about longevity. You know, I'm always constantly trying to build with that individual, understand that person, you know. And love comes with patience and balance. But a lot of the times, you know, people like myself and others, they get wounded and they get hurt. And you know, they got to suffer because they open up to others, because they actually have love for others. Yeah, someone says they usually give they all. Somebody said me too because of how we are raised. 1,000%. Facts though. And I just got to be the bearer of bad news today. I don't want this to come off negative what I'm saying, but it's the utter truth. And I gotta warn a lot of brothers and sisters alike from this wicked society in general. Because ladies and gentlemen, this society have totally corrupted everyone. People are very narcissistic. People ain't loyal these days. People really don't care for you like you think they care for you. Especially within relationships, there's a lot of situationships. There's a lot of people there out of convenience. There's a lot of people with alternative motives. There's a lot of people out there that they really are not loyal to you. And you know, I got a question for a lot of sisters out there in particular, because I'm receiving emails from a lot of brothers who's saying that, you know, they've been in relationships for a certain amount of time and their wife or woman or girlfriend left for various reasons, and the reasons never seem to be reasons, in my opinion, that a person should leave. You understand? And with that being said, I asked, what is a man to do in those situations? Because, you know, most of the divorces are because women leave. It's because of the woman. It's not the man. It's the woman deciding to leave. So I asked that question is because, you know, what is a man to do when he cannot find loyalty out of a woman? See, a lot of the days, these modern women, they don't have what it takes to have a strong foundation, to have a long lasting relationship. And I don't mean 3, 4, or 5 years. I mean 30 years. I mean 40 years. I mean 50 years. It's like they don't have the patience to talk out situations and actually talk out problems and get through and actually understand their partner. It's like there's no loyalty. It's like soon as they're inconvenienced in the slightest way, they hitting the dipset. It's like they just getting up out of there. And it's like, damn, like, what do you expect men to become? And as a black man in America who had been through it all with modern women, I'm just gonna be honest and I'm gonna say something that a lot of y'all not ready to hear. But the only thing a lot of men can do is be cold-hearted. You know, the only thing a lot of men could do is just really not give a damn at this point. Like you can't blame brothers for just being who they are when they can't find loyalty, because men thrive off loyalty. And don't get it twisted, there's men out here who are dishonest and disingenuous and not loyal at all, but they're good men as well. And what happens when that good brother who provides for his family, provides for his household, a great father, a hard worker, does everything that they're supposed to do, but that woman is not loyal to him? I mean, what is he to do but become an animal? Like, what do you expect that man to end up becoming? And, you know, loyalty goes a long way. A lot of you brothers don't understand that your woman is not loyal to you. Anybody who give up on you in the drop of a dime, thank you for the $50 contribution. Shireen Nicole says your message has come through right on point and on time. Always, all praises to the Most High, King of Kings. God bless. All praises. Thank you, sister. Highly appreciate you. You know, a lot of you brothers think that these women are loyal to you, but you know, at the end of the day, when they behind your back, they talking to their homegirls and all of that, and they don't have no type of decorum with themselves. They don't have no type of honor. They telling all your business that's going on in your household, and there's really no honor. There's no loyalty, and you don't even know this is happening. A lot of you brothers don't know this is happening. Before these women decided to leave and part ways, it was already planned. Hey, I apologize for the background noise. What's good with you, boss man? You good, family? No, you good. I'm just doing a stream. You good? Hey, I hope y'all heard what I said, but I'm gonna go ahead and repeat that for you. A lot of the times when these women separate from you brothers, y'all gotta understand that this already had been manifesting in their brain. They've already thought about this. That's why, listen, I live by a golden rule. If a woman ever say she ready to leave, if she say, you know, I'm ready to get up out of there, brothers, you let her ass go in a heartbeat. Matter of fact, you help her pack her belongings. You don't listen, you don't be emasculated in no type of way. You don't let that rattle and shake your confidence. You don't let it bother you. You listen, you got to understand, brothers, the Most High God don't put nothing on your shoulders that you cannot handle. He don't put nothing on your shoulders you can't handle. Look, you shake the dust off. Listen, you do what you got to do, because if that person left you that way, at the end of the day, brothers, she really didn't care for you like you thought she cared for you. You really wasn't what you thought you was in her life. You didn't come to it the importance you thought you was in her life. It is what it is, because she didn't have the patience to understand you. She didn't have the patience to work with you. So she damn sure is not going to be able to have a long-term relationship. She's not going to be able to have a life partner. It's impossible. It's impossible when somebody can't work with you, and you know, and communication is it. When that person say they out and they want to leave, you let them go, brothers. You let them go. You let them go. Because I'm telling you, a lot of these women, they not loyal. What my man Chris Brown said. I don't want to call them the H word, but they not loyal. In this modern society, hey, it's all about situationships. 9 times out of 10, she about to go find herself a new sponsor to take care of her, or she's already got situations that she's working out among herself. So it is what it is. Like, and brothers, I mean, what are we to do as men? Because I get these emails and questions, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's kind of disheartening hearing that. You know, it's kind of disheartening hearing what brothers got to go through. And to a degree, I still go through these things as myself. I'm still, you know, I'm still going through my personal situations in life. And when I see that this is going on everywhere among men, it's kind of disheartening. And the only thing I can tell you, brothers, is, man, what can I tell these brothers? I want to ask the sisters. Let me get some suggestions and some input. What can I tell brothers who legit want longevity? They showed love. They didn't just say love. They didn't use the word love. They took care of their house. Never said these men are perfect. Never said that they are Christ incarnated. But I'm saying overall, we're talking about good men who care and provide for theirs, who love theirs, who secure and protect theirs. But that woman is not willing to work it out. What do I tell men that? I mean, you gotta let them go because she's not right for you. But how does that man can heal and continue to move on and continue making the same mistakes when there's no loyalty? What is a man to do? I mean, what does he do? Of course he moves on. Somebody said moves on. You definitely move on. But how does he jump back into more relationships? Does he continue to try to love women and treat them right? Or does the man just turn to an L? Because at the end of the day, a lot of women these days, they want situationships. They're not really looking for longevity. Somebody said spend time with the Most High. I like that. Fast and pray. Yeah, that's good information. More relationships would damage the firmness of the masculinity. Yeah, loyalty is very rare. Somebody said having a woman and having a wife are two different things. Yeah, that's true. Also, let me put this in a perspective, because there's also brothers out there that's not loyal as well. Now, y'all already know I'm pro-polygyny. Y'all already know that I speak in regards to polygyny from a biblical perspective. You already know that I believe black men in particular are pre-genetically disposed to deal with more than one woman. It's in our nature. I've explained multiple times that we've been westernized here in the Western world, and we've been taught someone else's culture that's not our culture. When we were brought from Africa, our culture was different. So that's my personal beliefs. You can agree to disagree. It is what it is. But what I will say is there are brothers out there who don't understand themselves. They don't understand the fact that they may be an individual who desire multiple wives or women, and therefore they cheat. I'm all about keeping it honest with women, being open, telling them what it is you want, giving them a choice. Women deserve a choice. Women don't deserve to be cheated on. If it's a man who knows that he's going to want more than one woman in his lifetime, he should be totally honest about that. All right? And that's just how I look at it. But you have it where in this society, a lot of men ain't loyal either. A lot of men, they just looking for the next great thing. They looking for the next round booty, the next big breast, the next pair of breasts, you know what I'm saying? And they willing to abandon and desert their former relationship. They willing to leave her in the wind just to find the next thing. So, that's an issue too. Because people, listen, the flesh can never be satisfied. The flesh can never be satisfied. It takes a very loyal man to deal with one woman and then get another woman and still keep his woman and keep her happy and provide for her and love her and do all the things he's supposed to do from a biblical perspective. That's a loyal man. If he can have his wife and have another wife, and he's still loyal to those women, all in all, the man is still loyal. But what makes a man, unloyal is the man who gets that woman to try to satisfy the flesh, because there's always going to be a set of breasts. There's always going to be a new big booty out there. There's always going to be beautiful women out there. So, the flesh is weak. So any man who just wants to try to keep topping his last girlfriend and leaving them behind and leaving a trail of hurt and pain and resentment, I'm not with that. I'm just not with that. Because I'm not that type of man. I'm a very loyal man. I'm a very loyal man, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Looking at this world, looking at what's going on in society, man, I understand the mentality of a lot of brothers. I understand why a lot of brothers said, you know what, the hell with it. I'm just gonna do what I do. If a woman want the D, I'm gonna give her the D. And I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna play this whole single role because, brothers, women love when they hear a man is single. When a man is like, hey, I'm single, that means that right there means, hey, it's go time. She willing to smash on a man who's single, but he's smashing everything in the neighborhood. She's okay with that. It seems like these women are attracted to that. So it's like, I almost understand why brothers do what they do. They get their heart in check. They say, you know what? The hell with trying to be a good man. The hell with trying to find love, because nobody's loyal. There's no loyalty in general. There's no loyalty in general. A lot of the times your woman, she talking hella shit behind your back to her homegirls, to her friends. Your business is all in the streets. A lot of women do that, and they don't even realize how dangerous that is, and they don't even understand what that can bring into the household, and they don't understand that them operating in secrecy is actually causing a divide in the household. There's no loyalty. She's looking for the next one. She's looking for a better deal. It's amazing how you can share a bed with an individual who is dishonoring you behind your back. A lot of brothers don't even know this happens. You're being dishonored behind your back, brothers. You don't even know that. You won't even know how they really feel about you until the horns come out. You won't know how they really feel about you until the anger comes out. You just won't know. You brothers won't know. This is why you got to be careful out here. You got to be careful out here, man. You can't give your heart to everybody. Look, men love hard, man. Look, men love hard, man. Somebody said, Jesse says, where's the honor? Yep, facts though. And this goes with all people. This goes for all people. Like, your friends that talk behind your back to other friends and you find out about it, or it's happening low key. Low key, it's happening. Listen, them people are not loyal to you, man. Them people are not loyal to you. Loyalty goes a long way, but it's almost non-existent. Soon as a person feel slighted, soon as a person feel inconvenienced, they won't try to dig and find out, how to work things out. Let me explain something to you, especially in regards to relationships. Thank you for the $20 contribution. Humble Royal says, I'm a young man and have never been in a relationship, so listening to these modern relationship stories makes me finding a righteous woman in the swamp of society feel like a torturous treasure hunt. But thanks for the message. Absolutely. Hey, you just broke that down to the decimal. I mean, that was very well put. It is an absolute swamp. I like to refer to it as playing in a field of landmines. That's how I would like to really explain it. It's playing in the field of landmines, bro. I mean, man, I can't even express to y'all some of the things I went through with modern women. I can't even put it in words. And I won't because I like to keep my private life to a degree. I like to keep my private life private. Um, because at the end of the day, I still respect individuals that I dealt with. Even if they don't respect me, I still have a respect factor there. Because anybody I dealt with, it must have been something that I seen in that individual. So I keep it respectful. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Let me put this out here, man. Brothers, you gotta know how they think. You gotta know how these women think. Like, they are creatures of comfortability. Um, when it comes to long-term relationships, a lot of modern women don't know all the work it takes to have a long marriage. It takes a lot of work. And I mean, it does. You got to understand, you bring in two different people together with two different ideologies, two different thought processes, you know, two different personalities. And they're supposed to grow and mold together and become one flesh and build. So it's a lot, it takes a lot of patience. Anybody who just flipped the switch on you in a heartbeat, they don't care about you. All right? Anybody who don't take the time and don't have the patience to build with you and understand you, and they want out because of something, just something crazy, they were already considering that. Brothers, you gotta let these women go, man. You got to let them go. You got to bounce back, man. Soon as a woman even mutter those words, I'm leaving, or you know what, this is over, I don't want nothing to do with this. I'm gonna keep playing the field. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm done. Hey, listen, brothers, me personally, I'm the type of brother like, oh really? Oh really? Well, let's pack your things. No problem. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get you an Uber. I'm gonna make sure that you get where you're going, because you're not loyal to me anyway. You understand? And that's the mentality you gotta have. There ain't too many women who loyal to you. A woman who, let me express this to you, brothers. A woman who loyal to you will never, ever, under no circumstances, tell your business in your house. She would never speak behind your back to her friends about you in a negative way, because anything she could say to them, she should be able to say to you. But women don't operate like that these days. They don't operate like that these days. Anything in relationships in general, anything that they have to say to you, they should be saying it to you. Y'all supposed to be putting things on the table, coming up with ideas, agreements, the whole nine. But these women, they not loyal like that. They don't understand that. They don't get that. They soon some drama pop off with you and your significant other, she quick to tell the streets. She quick to run to somebody else on the outside. She quick to go tell the juicy story instead of y'all coming together. A lot of these women don't have no type of honor, no type of decorum about themselves, man. They don't. They really don't. They truly don't. And a lot of the times they just waiting for one situation where they feel slighted or inconvenienced, and they are going to skedaddle. You hear me? Jesse says, let them go. They thinking battling is something that men should live up to, or you somehow weak if you have no interest in battling. That's a fact. That's a fact. Anytime you argue with a woman who's not operating in logic, brothers, you got to understand you emasculating yourself. You are emasculating yourself. Y'all get the thumbs up in this video. Anytime you dealing in strife, anytime you outside of logic, brothers, anytime you outside of logic and an individual is not trying to come up with a tangible solution for your problems and issues, anytime, that person is not, essentially just not logical. They're just not on it. They really have already shut down in their minds, and they've already decided. Anytime they operate in emotion, you brothers don't engage in that. I don't know. I don't know how else to tell you, because I had to speak about this, because there's a lot of brothers going through this right now. Um, Somebody says, MJM says, don't need a woman that wants to act like a man. Man must take some blame. We are the head. That's a fact too. That's a fact too. Let's see, here's the thing. There's always two sides to a story. There's always two sides to it. I'm not trying to make it seem like men are perfect in these situations, but women should genuinely know what a righteous man is. All right? Women should genuinely know what a righteous man is. A righteous man doesn't mean a perfect man. A righteous man simply means a man who's doing the right thing. There is men that I know who turned their entire life around. They stopped running the streets. They stopped being negligent with money. They started being responsible. They started taking care of their family. They started working hard. They started doing whatever it is that they're supposed to do to make sure their family is safe and secure. And still, it could be over the slightest thing, the slightest inconvenience, or sometimes it's just because of religious beliefs. It's because of the man's faith, what he believes, and that he wants to hold his household to biblical standards. It can also be because that man is polygynous, and these are some of the things that come out as well. Sometimes some of these women, when another woman is involved in the equation in any way, shape, or form, you will see just how jealous, envious, malice, and how much contempt that woman really has. She will release you to the devil. As soon as she knows there's another woman in the picture, some of these women, they go all out. You brothers gonna be sitting in court, you're gonna be looking crazy, she gonna be scratching your damn vehicle up. She gonna have Pookie and Ray Ray trying to set you up and get your head hit out here. It's just gonna get real nasty in the streets, based on the fact that she's that possessive. Although black men for the longest time, they've had multiple women. It is what it is. It just is what it is. And yes, we must take individual responsibility, because I'm gonna tell you, a lot of the times when your woman is unruly, a lot of the times when your woman is not happy, a lot of the times where you just ain't right, when you brothers are making mistakes, right? The reason why she's acting the way she's acting, let's just be real, it's because of piss poor leadership. Sometimes it's just straight up piss poor leadership. It is what it is. People go through different scenarios and situations, but if that woman is not coming to you and she's not chaste about your situations, if she's not coming to you like a woman, thank you for the $10 contribution. Somebody said women are loyal to their feelings. That's a fact. But if that woman is not coming to you very chaste-like, and she's saying, hey, babe, we need to talk. I'm having this issue with you. You're not fulfilling your deeds in this section. Or I'm insecure about this because of that. Or, I don't, like, as a woman, listen, you want women who deal with conflict resolution well. That is key. That is very, very key. You don't want no woman who is going to just scream and act like a damn animal, bro. If you got a woman that she gets angry at you and she cuss you out, you all kind of bitch ass niggas, and you ain't this and you ain't that, and she screaming, she yelling, and she tearing the house up. Listen, brothers, listen to me, family. You need to let her go. You need to let her go. Let her go, leave, do whatever it is you got to do. That woman ain't right. She ain't right. She can't control herself. So she definitely is not operating in logic, and you definitely not going to be able to solve anything with that person. They're going to have to grow. They got to grow up. They got growing to do, because I'm gonna be honest with you. Like when you in your 20s and you're young, or you early 20s, teenage years, you could be a lot more hot-headed. Um, there's just a lot of things about you that you don't know about yourself, and you got to work on patience. That's something that you got to grow into. But you got women in their 30s and 40s, bro. 30s and 40s don't know how to have a conversation. You understand? Somebody say, yeah, those are the fatal attraction type. That's a fact. Somebody brought Genesis 2:21, and it reads, and the Lord caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs. Yep, therefore shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. That's a fact. That's a fact, though. We know that. We know that. But in all seriousness, what's a man to do when there's no loyalty out here with these women? And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm getting to the point in life, just speaking personally, I just don't trust no one. Like I'm beginning to be a recluse again. I'm beginning to be a recluse again. I'm beginning to get into my zone. I'm beginning to get tunnel vision on my goals, to the point where, some people around me think I'm just losing my mind because all I'm focused on is my goals. All I can do is grind. All I can do is focus on me. Focus on what I got to do in life. Focus on the Most High. I really can't. I can't have people muddying the waters. It's like I just don't trust people. Even in it, and this is bad to say. Being a polygynous man and opening up and communicating with various sisters, because hey, I'm available. You know what I'm saying? And there's women that's available, and just communicating and doing what I do. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really let anybody in far at all. It's like I be second guessing everything because I feel like there's no loyalty out here. And I don't know if it's because I've been through so much with various women, or is it that we really are in this climate right now where nobody's loyal. Like literally nobody's loyal. Everybody's damn narcissistic. Like soon as you inconvenience a woman, it's done. It's over with. And it's like I don't trust nobody. I don't trust nobody. I have zero friends. Yeah, I have associates. I have people, that I rocks with, but I don't have any friends. Like I'm not kicking it with nobody, like literally. Like I just don't trust these people. I don't trust nobody. There's no loyalty. It's like everybody got alternative motives. Everybody, everybody wants something from you, and everybody wanna drain your energy, and everybody like it's like the world is, everybody else is self-centered. So it's like why put myself out there? Why put myself out there? I don't know if I'm wrong for feeling this way, but that's what I'm feeling. And when it comes to women, it's like I'm feeling like a lot of brothers. I'm feeling the climate that you brothers are feeling. I'm feeling it. Somebody says, I love you and I'm praying for you. And all the chosen people, the only chosen one was Christ. I'm unsubscribing due to segregatory doctrine. Hey man, peace out, bro. Thanks for the $5 contribution. Hope you found what you're looking for on YouTube. Anyway, I'm just at the point where that's how I feel. I'm being honest with y'all. Like, I'm to the point where I don't know. I'm not really looking for longevity no more with people in general. It's like when I'm going into relationships now, I'm not looking for loyalty. Is that bad to say? Is that bad to say, brothers and sisters? When I'm actually dealing with people, I don't even look for loyalty. That's not even something that I expect whatsoever. Jalen True said he hurt. Nah, no doubt. No, I'm not hurt. I hope you talking about old boy who said he unsubscribing. Like, let him go. Somebody said that means your motives are different if you're not looking for loyalty. Yeah, I mean, my motives are different now because I don't expect loyalty. I'm not expecting it no more. It's like when I'm dealing with a sister now, when I'm talking to them, I don't expect them to be loyal. Like I don't know, I just don't because I've been through so much. It's like I don't expect that, and it's a lot of brothers. Like I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. Yeah, somebody said you gotta expect the worst. Yeah, I mean seriously, and it ain't even just dealing with sisters. Let me be clear about this. Dealing with people in general. When I deal with people in general, like I just don't expect loyalty. I don't expect people to be like me. I don't expect people to have my best interests at heart. I don't expect people to want to see me succeed. I don't expect people to not disrespect or dishonor me behind my back. I don't expect it. I expect them to do those things. I expect them to do that. It's like I expect that from people. I don't expect loyalty from people. Like I trust no, like I'm at the point where I don't trust anyone at all. Somebody said move like water, for real. Like legit, man, I'm on this real solo tip, man. I advise you, brothers and sisters, man, to just look at your people around you. Look at your inner circle. Ask yourself, I want you to ask yourself after this video, are these people loyal? Byron Johnson, thanks for the $4 contribution. Somebody said, didn't realize how closest to me disturbed my peace. Facts though. All for wisdom, thanks for the $10 contribution. Says all love to you, new breed. Thanks for another powerful message. When you dropping the song out with the old in with the new. Oh, I thought I already dropped that. I thought I already put that song up, but I'll go check it out, see if I can upload that as soon as possible. Yeah, somebody said the disloyal ones the Most High has removed, and that's what you gotta understand too. Some great advice you just posted. That was a great statement you just posted, Lachia. The thing is, you brothers gotta understand, those who are really not loyal to you, and you are legit on the right path. Not saying you perfect, not saying you the know all be all, but if you a man on the right path or a woman on the right path, and people just start getting removed, they were disloyal. The Most High removes disloyal people from your life. Like that'll help you heal. Like that'll help the wounds that they cause, because betrayal is a big problem right now. ZZ Watch, thank you for the $20 contribution. ZZ says this is the age of hearts wax cold. Facts. The Most High must be in the center of marriage. Social media is one of the main catalysts of the rise in narcissism. Trust and loyalty is earned, and today everything is instant. Man, that was very well worded. Gabriel, thank you for the $5 contribution. Gabriel says we serious about our peace for real. For real. That's real deal right there. I mean, tell you like this, bro. Somebody said, can I be one of your wives? Possibly. Are you loyal? Possibly. But right now, I ain't even in the mood for that right now, man. I'm just in the mood to just observe. I'm in observation mode. But nah, all jokes aside, man. All jokes aside, the Most High God will remove those who are not loyal to you. He'll remove them. If you're going in the right way, he'll make sure they're out of the picture. And that'll help a lot of y'all heal, because, man, when you get betrayed, it hurts. When betrayal comes in this world, when many have waxed cold, like the brother posted, Matthew 24, the love of many have waxed cold. Like, it ain't no love. Like, you don't even find out. Like it's so bad. People can't even just leave on a positive note no more. You know, it's like at one point in time, like it was women that you could deal with. You would separate from them, and y'all can at least, at the very least, be friends and cordial. It's like, you know what, we had our differences, this didn't work out. You know, hey, if you ever need something, you know, holler at me. Like, you don't even have that nowadays. Nowadays, it got to end on a horrible note. Because it's just like no love. Like, how could you dishonor, disrespect, disregard a person that you was that you was once with? That shows you ain't no love. Shamika Thompson says, when a man is taking the time to listen, pour into me, or just loving hug, I can count these few occurrences in my lifetime other than from my dad. Oh well, it's important for men to be men. Show your woman some love around the house. You know, women want to feel like women. You know, that's what you brothers. A lot of brothers gotta understand that. They want to be touched. They want you to. They want you to smack them on that backside. Pop. They want you to hit them with one of those when they walking by. Like women want to be. Women want to feel like women. You know. Like me personally, I don't have no problems in that category, but it is what it is. But you gotta let her know, let her know you there. But for a lot of this, hey, for some women that don't matter either. It don't matter. Thank you for the $5 contribution, Bova D. Highly appreciate you. Somebody said, after my mom's died, I just slowly became more distant. That's a fact. That's a fact, though. I know how you feel, man. I know how you feel. Yeah, but I want to help you brothers and sisters alike here who've been betrayed, man. Sometimes you don't even know. Andrea Robinson, thank you for the $100 contribution. Highly appreciate it. Says, stay strong, King. Blessings. Thank you for supporting. Highly appreciate you. Thank you for sending some encouraging words my way, because I ain't gonna lie, just looking at modern day society, sometimes it gets disheartening seeing what people got to go through. And I'm a very empathetic person, and I can feel what a lot of men are going through because I've been there. And that's just like, it's a bad place. It's a bad place. You got brothers who lost everything, man. You got brothers who gotta say goodbye to their kids, and they feeling all kind of agonizing pain, and they sitting up in courthouses, and I mean, you got brothers losing their livelihood. You got women who are loyal to men who, that man found a fat ass and now he done left her in the wind. She's abandoned. Now she's insecure and she's hurt, and she's thinking that because he found another woman that she's less than, and now she's looking at herself like she ain't worthy of love. And like, that's a lot of emotions. All of that is just a lot of emotions, man. It's a lot of emotions. I know what it's like to feel all those feelings, like feeling like, damn, I'm alone in this world. It ain't nothing like looking, getting in that quiet time where you just realize that you alone, that moment where you realize, damn, I can't trust nobody. I can't trust a single soul on this earth. Nobody in my corner, nobody is in my circle. And I kind of be feeling that sometimes, like, and I understand what brothers be going through, make you want to listen to that Tupac "Me Against the World" jump and just ride, and just think, like, I really be feeling like that. It's just you against the world. You rolling solo, and a lot of the guys chosen feel that way. Somebody said emotional thinking, grass wasn't green, huh? I don't know what you mean by that, but a lot of these women who be leaving these brothers, they find out the grass ain't green on the other side. They find out the grass is not green on the other side. That they had protection, they had safety, they had everything they needed. They had someone who was communicative. I mean, I've seen all of this. And then they go out there and they think that it's something better for them out there. Like, people always think it's something better for them out there. People always thinking with the flesh until they get on that other side and they get a rude ass awakening. Yeah, somebody said test these spirits. Oh yes, we got 1,000 people on the live stream. All praises to the Most High. Y'all hit the thumbs up because they trying to bump people out. Somebody says some self-sabotage can ruin a good thing. Yeah. And then you got a lot of people who are afraid of commitment. Imagine this. This system have done so much damage on us. We afraid to commit to the point where people will sabotage their own unions. They will sabotage peace. They will sabotage everything they got and everything they working for and working towards. Just because they're afraid, out of fear, out of pure fear. Man, I told y'all, man, the other day I seen this old couple. They was like 90 years old, black couple. They holding hands and whatnot. And it was just beautiful to me to see that. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, man, I think about my generation. I think about people around me. I think about how everybody think. I think about how everybody been brainwashed and how everybody use each other and how everybody put a price tag on WAP and how all of this. I'm thinking of all this and I'm thinking, damn, most of the people that I see in my community, they ain't gonna never, ever, ever, ever have that because they don't have loyalty. They ain't gonna never have that. Zulu Nation says, we as men need to teach our daughters to love and respect and be loyal to themselves. Then they can do it to others and everything comes with a price. Facts, though. Facts. That is solid right there, what you just said. Because if you teaching your daughters to honor their bodies, to legit honor themselves, like, don't give your body away to somebody that you have an issue with. Marissa Dartes, thank you for the $100 contribution. Highly appreciate you, sister, and your continual support to this work. Blessings to you, bro. Having been online for a while, spending time with the Most High has revealed to me how disloyal people really are. Love you always, breathe. Thank you, sister. Love you too. But we got to teach our daughters to honor their bodies because you'll have women who will lay down with you. You have brother who you brothers got to watch out. You have a woman who would do everything. She, y'all can so-called make love and do whatever it is y'all do behind closed doors, and she still can flip the switch, and it means nothing to her. That means her having given her body up doesn't mean nothing to her. Listen, you don't want a woman who can have sex with no emotional attachment. If you got that, brothers, you need to be careful because that woman have not been taught what sex is, what the expression is. Somebody says stop trying to fix broken people, leave that up to the Most High. Facts. I feel you on that. But there's some people who may be in between the lines watching this, and this might help them. They may look at themselves from the outside looking in and put things in a perspective and think, do they have these characteristics and traits? But anytime a woman can lay down with a man and her emotions and her feelings are not attached to that, she doesn't really value her body, because that's supposed to be love language. Sex is marriage. You're right. Sex is marriage. When you consummate with a man, it ain't something you're supposed to put a price tag on. It's not something you're supposed to use as a manipulation tool. It's not something you just do just surely out of pleasure. It's really an expression that you really care for that individual. And you just don't give yourself away to anybody. And if you got beef with your man, and you got beef with, and there's things that's not cleared out in the air, if there's situations that's going on in your household, that are unchecked, if there's some resentment, you shouldn't give your body even to your man. Y'all should talk about it. Y'all should come together and have some time and consent to a time. Listen, we're going through this. We need to work these situations out. But if y'all laying together, y'all steady going back and forth, and there's still fog in the atmosphere, there's still drama, you ain't gonna do nothing but cause more chaos in your house, man. Value your bodies, ladies, and fellas, value yourselves as well. Tony Fletcher, thank you for the $10 contribution. Tony says, throughout my life, I never felt lonely. Whenever I'm alone, I've only felt alone when I'm around the wrong people. Interesting. Loyalty is rare in this world. A spiritual despair. Peace over everything. Facts. Facts. Sage SSBM says, you've helped me so much with focusing on myself in business and keeping my circle tight. Facts. That's real talk. And that's what we got to do, man. We got to stop trusting people. We got to have tunnel vision. No doubt about that. We got to have tunnel vision in its entirety. Um, we got to stop worrying about what everybody else got going on as well. That's something I wanted to bring up. I just wanted to say this. We gotta just drink more water and mind our damn business. That's right. Drink more water and mind our business. Focus on our goals, man. Drink more water and mind our damn business, bro. Telling you. Because you got people just going crazy, man. Like, let me tell y'all this as well. I know a lot of y'all have found out that you was TIs. I want to put this message out there because something has been brought to my attention. Tracy Haynes, thank you for the $20 contribution, family. Says, love the work you do, brother. Keep it going. Will do. Will do. Thank you, family. Thank you for supporting this work. Something's been brought to my attention from various sources. That a lot of people that I've spoke to in regards to TIs and targeted individuals, a lot of y'all have inherited the spirit of paranoia, and that's not what my message is about whatsoever. My message is not about paranoia. It's not about thinking the whole world is essentially after you. We got to break that spirit. I've explained multiple times that gang stalking is spiritual. All right. Gang stalking is very, very spiritual. All right. A lot of the times when you're going through certain spiritual deprivations, the Most High would trigger things in the physical realm to make you cleave closer to Him. So it's about you getting closer to the Most High. All right. It ain't about being paranoid. 9 times out of 10, we overthink things. 9 times out of 10, you thinking people worried about you who not worried about you. Just like you think somebody looking at you and talking about you, they not even worried about you whatsoever. We got to get off ourselves. All right. KK Love, thank you for the $25 contribution. Highly appreciate you. And I'm just telling you the real deal. Like, it's a thin line between being a TI and being an individual who is actually just paranoid. They think everyone is focused towards them. That's not how it works. That's not what I'm talking about. I brought out my sources. I brought out various sources of what targeted individuals was all about. All right? It's not about you being paranoid. Everybody is not after you. Listen, the Most High is after you. You turn to Him and you can overcome gang stalking. I personally overcame gang stalking, but it took me moving. It took me moving from state to state to overcome it. But I don't experience the same things that I experienced before. But the little bit of issues that I do experience, I ignore them bastards. I ignore them. I act like they're not even there. I act like they're not there. I act like they don't even exist because that's what they want. They want to get a reaction out of you. They want you to act volatile. They want you to, destroy yourself. They want self-destruction. Yeah, ignore them. Yeah, just ignore them. Somebody said God takes those who aren't good for us away so we can reset, reevaluate, and realize that He has something better for us. Facts. Also, He wants us to put Him first. So with that being said, follow your calling. Absolutely. I love that. I love that. I love that. Thank you for the $5 contribution, Darren, leading the targeted individual community. Facts, though. Thank you, family. Thank you. And you're right, man. Like, I love what you just said. That's real. Yeah, MP says, drink more water, fast, pray, and stay out the way. I thank you, brother. All praises to the Most High. All praises. And that's what we got to do, man. Like, that's how you got to interact. Just stay out the way. When you out there and you in your community, you taking a walk, or you out there washing your car, you cleaning the inside of your car, and you out there and you see little people in your neighborhood watching, they gossiping, you know your neighbors talk, people do this and people do that. people watching, listen, drink water and mind your business. Just drink some water, drink more water. Every time you feel that little feeling where, you know, you being watched, get you some water. Go ahead and cleanse your system out. Take a deep breath. Straight up. Real talk though, but you know, I pray for all of you brothers and sisters who have lost somebody recently. Um, I pray for you brothers and sisters who have lost friends, colleagues, relationships, people that you loved and you loved hard. Um, it was unfortunate things ain't work out, but the Most High has something greater for you. Um, all you brothers who've held it down, you did what you're supposed to do. For all those brothers who sent me emails and Instagram inboxes about those situations where you took care of your house, and because of your beliefs, that woman essentially decided that you wasn't worth to stay. Brother, stay strong. Like, take this as an opportunity, because I think y'all answered my question, and this is why I build with y'all. Y'all answered the questions for brothers, because I didn't even know what to tell these brothers, because it's such a tough situation to be in. I think that y'all made it clear that that brother who's going through that, who's went through that, he needs to push forward. He needs to focus on the Most High God. He needs to do what it is he's set to do. He needs to continue moving. He needs to just focus on his personal business, personal growth, development. I mean, there's so many things you can do as men to become better. You know, there's so many things you can do as men to become better. You know, we can work on fitness. We can work on reading. We can work on our own business. I mean, there's so many things that we can do, brothers. So it's like, if somebody step out your life and they wasn't loyal to you, they wasn't willing to get on that ride with you, and you know, all the thing I can say is that, look, they're gonna see you when you get to the top, all right? And you stay focused, man. You stay prayed up. You don't let nothing stop you, even if it's a situation where it hurts your heart, it hurts you that you lost family. Like, man, this walk ain't easy. This walk ain't easy, bro. You're gonna look at yourself years from now and be like, man, you're gonna become such a strong man at the end. Like, you're gonna be like, I can't even believe I lived through this. I can't believe how strong I became. You know, continue praying, continue fasting. All you women who a guy left you for the next big ass, or you was a good woman, you was loyal, you was holding a man down, but he left you for a woman that you know damn well ain't righteous. He left you for a sister that's, you know, just got a shape, or she got something that he likes. And listen, that man ain't for you. That man ain't for you. If he gonna leave you because you were loyal to him, you held it down, you was never gonna leave that man, but he left you because he met somebody else, you don't need that man. It's gonna be a better man for you, who's gonna appreciate you and love you. Like, you don't need that. You don't need that in your life. A real man, a pro-polygynist man, he gonna get another woman, but he gonna keep you. He gonna make sure you know that he loves you. He gonna make sure that you playing your part and that you there. Ramia Hurd, thank you for the $5 contribution. Says, you are such an inspiration and very wise. I pray God continues to crown your head with knowledge and understanding. All praises, and thank you. I highly appreciate that. Zia said, this just happened to me recently. I'm sorry to hear that, Zia. There's good brothers out there who, you know, they want a loyal woman. They want a woman that's like, hey, this is for life. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm with you. You lead, I follow, I'm there. That's what men want. Men want loyalty. And it's just hard to find. And if you that woman and you keep your heart pure, and you legit believe that you gonna be there, and you keep your heart pure, you're gonna find what you're looking for. I wanna see more marriages with older folks. I wanna see people grow old together, man. Contrary to popular belief, I'm pro-life. I know I talk a lot of shit, and I do what I do, but I really do. Through all the tough interior, through all the rough exterior, I legit want to see people happy. I legit want to see people have long-lasting relationships. I want to see people be together, and I look at it from a very realistic standpoint. All right. But it is what it is, man. Um, I'd like to thank each and every one of y'all for catching another stream. Thank everybody for supporting. If y'all can, just share this video. I think a lot of people need to hear this. I think it'll help a lot of people out in their walk in their journey. If you want exclusive content, I'll be uploading on Patreon tomorrow. Sunday, I'll be uploading on Patreon. I'm gonna start doing Patreon videos every Sundays, okay? Every Sunday, you're gonna get an exclusive video for Patreon. If you want those videos, go ahead and click on the link in the description box. Also follow me on Instagram at newbreed404. If you would like to support via Cash App, the Cash App link is in the description box. Donations go towards 10% of it go towards those who are in need of food, medical supplies, whatever they may need. 10% goes back towards the people out there. I'd like to thank each and every one of y'all for watching. With that being said, shalom and peace.